Hello and welcome to the Friday afternoon web live stream. I'm your host Hazel, and today I am joined by my co-host, Joker, the Alaskan Clique Guy. He's been placated with a dog treat, so he's all right. That's his happy face. That's his sleepy happy face. I definitely did not remember to YouTube schedule this stream. It's at the same time as normal, but I definitely didn't do the thing where it would have, like, counted down. Forgot about that. Oh, I should pause. Oh, this is dangerous. How is this stream working right now? I'm still rendering the vlog. Let's pause that. I'll finish that after. There's no way I can do both. There's no way. I thought that it was going to be done in time. I finished it like an hour ago. I don't know why the render's taking so long. Hello everybody, what's up? Gia, Conrad, Edith, Shiro, Philippa, Steven, how you doing? Welcome Hazel, how are you today? I am having a great day. I got the vlog done on time. My MOG needs work. If we're being honest, my MOG needs work. I've put on some new pieces of gear, and I have not updated my transmog since I put on some new pieces of gear. I'm down with the staff. The rest of the look's not working for me, so let's sort that out first. Love your hair, thank you. Love the dog, what's her name? His name is Joker. He was an April Fool's puppy, born on April 1st, so that's where that came from. Hair looks like a precious gem. It's got all sorts of colors in it. I'm very excited about it. I think I need to check your guides for the raid. Got kicked the second I was invited. Oh no. If it was like as soon as you got invited, then maybe maybe it wasn't a strategy thing, but I can stand behind the raid guides. They'll do good for you. So transmog. It's easy to forget that my mog is a mess when, like, look at this. This looks fine, right? Like, I'm just a tiny little purple blotch. Like, I could just be dead pixels in the screen. You wouldn't know. It's very easy to just play and not notice that my mog is a mess because this is what I see when I'm running my character around Azeroth. But then you, like, zoom in a little bit, and you're like, well, yeah, I mean, that could be worse. And then you turn off the Stratholme, and you're like, oh no. Oh dear. So, the set that I was wearing was the Deep Tide stuff, which is the Nazjatar dropped greens. So that's the set. I was wearing it without the helmet because I just missed my hair, so I've been looking like that lately. I could do that again. I'm starting to pick up some of the pieces of raid gear. But I don't have enough of it to make the whole set. And honestly, I think I like the Deep Tide stuff better anyways. I do want to use the new staff appearance that I got though, just because I like how small it is. Like, it feels gnome size. Sometimes staffs can feel a little oversized, and that's a look. I'm not mad at the look. But if I want to, like, see it in the same preview screen as the rest of my life, then that's probably the way to go. So let's put that on. See how we're doing. Much better. I love that robe. I love the little, what do you call that? It's like a fluffly kerfuffly thing, but there's probably a word for it that's more accurate than fluffly kerfuffly thing. I want to say it's a cravat, but I have no idea if that's right. Got the clutch of G-Kun today. Congratulations. Did Throne of Thunder, got Hordon for the fourth time, and almost got disappointed until G-Kun dropped after 53 attempts. That's not too bad. Congratulations. Favorite style of beer? IPA, stout, sours. My favorite beer would be like a cider, or a wine, or just alcohol directly, you know, skip the whole beer. I have not found a beer that I actually enjoy drinking. I keep trying because I live in Portland. They're everywhere. Beer is a very big deal here. If this is the place, or at least one of the places, I'm sure there's many, but this is a great place if you want some artisanal beer. Also bourbon. They take bourbon seriously here too. And some of our friends are very into beer, so we'll go visit them and we'll try out the cool new hip thing that there was only like 50 bottles of that they like found. And, I mean, they didn't find it, they bought it, but, you know, I'll try it all, and it's all different, and that's neat. But every time I'm like, I wish I had not put this in my mouth. I wish I could undrink this. Like, I'm glad that I had the experience. I'm still trying to broaden my horizons. But all of it tastes bad. When it's a really dark beer, it tastes like dirt. Or like smoke. Or like smoky dirt. And then when it's a really light beer, it just tastes like sour, like pickle juice, which is not a thing that I'd like to drink. But I know a lot of people that are very into beer, so I could try harder, but there's other things. There's usually a cider. Hazel killing the horde? Not necessarily today, but I might need to. I found out that one of my better essences to have in a minor slot is Blood of the Enemy, which comes from battlegrounds and island expeditions in the PvP form. And I'm not thrilled about that, because that is not a thing that I like to do on my priest. I have other characters for that, and I don't like to mix and match, but I might have to do at least enough for the rank 1, which would be win 1 PvP island expedition, win 1 battleground, and win 1 epic battleground. None of this is rated, so I don't have to be good, I just have to be persistent. But the other one that I could get that I want is, Focusing Iris, and all I need for that is Mythic Plus. And that sounds like something that I might actually do, so I might just wait for that one. How has the patch been so far? We got to Ashara normal face roll, but didn't manage to kill her on Wednesday. It's been good. So our guild had a similar experience. We did manage to squeak out a normal Ashara kill at the very end of raid night last night, but we definitely spent like a whole... So we raid 2 nights a week, 6 hours total, 3 hours a night. The first 3 hours... we killed bosses 1 through 7, with probably half an hour of that being Zakul. And then last night, we killed Ashara, and that was our entire night, and it took us about 3 hours on normal. But it was good. I felt like we were making steady progress through the whole thing. It was just a matter of, like, having everybody understand the mechanics that were going on, and having everybody learn what they needed to do, what was expected of them, and what everything looked like. And also midway through the raid, we had somebody have to leave, and then somebody else swapped in, and then we had to teach them all the stuff. So, we did eventually get it. I don't like beer either. Haven't been here in a while. Hope everything is okay. What's up, Alex? Things are good. Things are good. So right now I am flying to Mechagon because I have not done my Mechagon or Najatar dailies today. I did fly around and do some world quests, so I'm already done with the emissary, but I just like picking off, world quests, especially Azerite ones. I'm not specifically trying to grind my Azerite neck, but I'm also not trying to grind it, you know? I just unlocked yesterday, my first minor slot, so until I get one of those two, either Focusing Iris or Blood of the Enemy, that I'm supposed to have in my minor slot, I'm just using Purification Protocol because I read that it was good for outdoor content and islands, so maybe. Tried any Radlers or Shandies, don't even taste like beer. They don't even sound like beer. They don't even sound like drinks. Those sound like characters in an 1800s British comedy novel. Like, I feel like Radler and Shandy are just, like, best buds rolling around, like, industrial-era London, just getting into hijinks and, like, stealing people's bread. I'd rather have pickle juice, at least it's probiotic. Range of the RSS, no idea. Why don't you stream on Twitch? That's a great question. It's a valid question. It's a very valid question. I stream on Twitch Monday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. I do 4 days on Twitch. I do 2 days on YouTube right now because people kept asking me why I didn't stream on Twitch, so I thought I would try it. So now I do both. And now people ask me why I don't pick one. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. But yeah, I do stream on Twitch, just different days. How do I remove the dog bed ad? You don't. I can make it bigger, though. First time viewer thinking of coming back to after 4 years. How is the game now? Now is a great time in my opinion because it's easy to get caught up, but there's so much to do. There's so much to do. Tips for new WoW players, essentially just don't rush it. Don't feel like you have to catch up to a certain point at any time. And then figure out what your resources are. Find your class Discord. If you've already picked a class, find the Discord where the people that are smart about those things talk about it. There's one for every class. There's probably a few. And then also find your, just like where you want to go to answer questions about stuff. I look everything up on Wowhead. I know there's other websites that do that, but Wowhead's the big one. If I like have an item I don't know what it's for, or quest I don't know how to do, I just know where to Google stuff because there's just going to be a lot of questions you got to answer. So it's better to figure out what your resource is. So I heard I need Shimmer Scale for that. Let's see if I can get my Mechagon dailies done in less than an hour. We'll see. We'll see. I need to pick up over here. Something I've been missing is apparently sometimes the daily quests and the visitors to the island are not always here in the zone. Sometimes they're like out here and stuff, and I never really do like a thorough lap, so I've probably been missing some stuff. My Mechagon rep's not too bad. I'm at 7,900 through Revered, and I think a large part of that is because of my contract. I've had a Rust Bolt contract up for a week. I just bought a new one, and I do a lot of world quests. So like the 10 rep for every world quest you do adds up. You're gonna need to buy the inscription trinket. Is the pet bed plugged into the wall? There's a big fan. There's a box fan that's in the window that's above the pet bed that is plugged in. It is unfortunately not a heated pet bed. I feel like if it was, well, it wouldn't be good for this time of year because it's quite warm around here right now, but it, I would never, ever, ever peel the cat out of it. I would have a cat in that bed forever. You could do both if you wanted. You don't have to pick. I feel like it would be smart for me to eventually pick. This is kind of an awkward and confusing thing to explain to somebody that wants to watch my stream. I feel like picking one would be also better for growing a stream because then all of it would be concentrated onto one platform. I think there's good reasons to choose. I'm just not doing it just yet. I want more data. I want more data about like how many people watch and just all of the things that I need to make that decision, but I probably will eventually make a decision. Isn't it easier war mode off for Mechagon? That's what I do. I have not ever turned war mode on in Mechagon. I don't plan to yet. Did the lady end up cutting your damaged ends? They look healthier. So we didn't have time. My hair took 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours. And my appointment wasn't that long. Like her next appointment was there. So we were going to cut my hair, but we didn't have time. So what she did was what she called dusting the ends, which is where she just went through and snipped off the split ends. I think the reason why it looks different is because it's been freshly colored, so they're the same color as everything now. They won't hold color as well, so they'll turn silver again. She'll cut them off next time. But overall, my hair's in fairly good shape. We use fairly gentle stuff on it. It's not as damaging as just bleaching it at home. Huggle the Muggle, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. I really appreciate that. How are you doing? Quick look at Wowhead. It lists all the quests daily. That's what made me realize that I was missing some, was I was on Wowhead for something else this morning, and I saw their, like, Today in Mechagon page, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? I have been missing some stuff. No wonder I was so behind at Mechagon. I got my Mechagon done, like, 2 or 3 days after I had already done Waveblade and Cohen, and I wasn't even that efficient at Waveblade and Cohen. I, like, missed a whole bunch of stuff out in Agitar, so... be the first multi-platform mega streamer. You think I should start on Facebook too? Ooh, and Periscope. Every now and then I get an email being like, yo, do you want to be the face of this brand new streaming platform? It's going to be bigger than Twitch. Like, I don't think that's what I need in my life right now. I read an article about you recently. You're so amazing. Geek Life. I read that. I saw it on Twitter. It was very, very cute. You made me blush real hard for a weekday morning. To use to Twitch notifications, YouTube is hit or miss with me. I've heard the same feedback for both platforms. For some people, YouTube notifications work much better, and for some people, Twitch notifications work much better. I am inclined to favor Twitch notifications because my understanding is that they are consistent. Like, if you say you want notifications, it's going to give them to you. Whereas with YouTube is trying really hard to deliver notifications algorithmically. Like, it's trying to figure out whether or not you want a notification before it gives it to you. It doesn't trust whether or not you said you wanted it. It wants to know, like, if it's been giving you notifications and you haven't been clicking on them, it might stop giving them to you. And I don't think Twitch does that. So I'm inclined to favor Twitch notifications. What is this hatred towards Twitch viewers? I don't think anybody's hating on Twitch viewers. Twitch viewers are great. I hung out with them yesterday. Good, you? I'm really good. I'm on a kick of deep cleaning, like, my whole life, but, like, starting with various parts of my home. I am, today, I don't know why I thought I had time for this, but, like, in between other things I was doing today, I was like, you know what, it's time for me to really clean my shower, because don't get me wrong, I clean my place, I clean it every weekend, I clean my bathroom, but with the shower, I give it a very surface level wipe down, and I didn't do, like, all of the walls. I cleaned down, like, the bottom part, and I would, like, wipe off the tap and stuff. But it's been a long time since I'd say it's been a long time since I've, like, thoroughly scrubbed the entire thing. I have never thoroughly scrubbed the entire thing. I will admit that. And I decided it was time. So I set up in there, I, like, Googled a bit, and then I set myself up with magic erasers and spray cleaner and dish soap and vinegar. and like some washcloths and some gloves, and I started working on it, and I got like probably 18% through. If we're picking an oddly specific number, I got a good amount done, but there's a lot more left to do. It's very satisfying, but it's also kind of a lot of exercise, which I guess is okay. I could use some elbow grease, but it definitely needs to be done. Still trying to grind both reps. It's taking forever. It's so good once you get flying, though. Just down to Ashvane Heroic, best boss in the expansion so far, in my opinion. Congratulations. I also really like Ashvane. I was trying to like rank my favorite bosses for the vlog that I recorded that I haven't put out yet because it was still rendering. I was trying to figure out which my favorite bosses were in Eternal Palace, and Ashvane was almost up there, except for the fact that it's very single target, and I am a Shadow Priest, so I do not do well. I do fine. I'm not the worst thing, but I don't do especially well on Ashvane. Zakul and Queen's Court ended up winning out for me because they are multi-target, so I can do all the damage, especially in Zakul when I go down to the Delirium Realm, because like, oh boy, that haste. And they're also fun fights. Zakul is so cool. Any verdict on the Murloc mug, the red one? I am not buying it because I already have 2 Murloc mugs. They're pretty big, and I don't really need any more mugs. I need to get rid of some mugs. I don't need to shop for more. Also, the red with the yellow, to me, is very McDonald's. So I'm not getting it. But if you don't have a Murloc mug, they don't sell the other colors anymore, I don't think. So if you don't have a Murloc mug at all and you want one, I would absolutely say get it, because it's like a cool mug to have. I really wish that they had made the colors. Like, if they had made it red with like the greeny teal blue eyes that the actual Murgle NTC has, that would have been way better. But nope, they had to go red and yellow. Mad about it. I am late. How's it going, everyone? Sup, dances? Get a cleaning wand. Don't use a hand brush on everything. That would make sense. I could use some leverage. What is a cleaning wand? Does it have like bristles? Does it have like a scour pad? I don't know. All of the cleaning that I do in my apartment, I do with magic erasers combined with microfiber cloths from Amazon. And then also, the erasers are for special occasions. I don't use them on everything. That would be really expensive. And then I have like dish brushes for like dishes. And I scrub the sink with those. And that's kind of the end of it. Most things you can do with just like a cloth. Whenever it's time to do a thorough cleaning, I move instead. Well, that's the thing, is I was thinking about how... So I talked about this a little bit on another stream, but the thing that really started my whole trying to make my life nicer thing, I started watching Queer Eye on Netflix, the new one. I don't know why it took me so long, but they make people's homes, like I see their before homes, and some of them are pretty gnarly, but most of them are just like normal homes that are like kind of cluttered or very cluttered, but like they're normal places. And I see that they make them gorgeous. And things are organized, and things are decluttered, and things are clean, and I was thinking, man, my places are only ever that clean. They're only ever that clean when I move. And then it's sad, because you're like, wow, this place looks great, but I'm leaving. And that was kind of a bummer, so I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to clean as though I am moving, except that I am not moving. And so it's taking, I'm not doing it in like one big go. I am doing it whenever I have like 20 minutes, I'll just do a thing or like a little part of it. It's kind of my new de-stressing mechanism, because it's surprisingly satisfying to like really scrub something down and make it cute. But how did I start talking about that? Got Fabius yesterday, congratulations. Love the underwater boss, such a cool mechanic. He is probably my least favorite, not because I hate the underwater thing, but just because I don't feel like there's a whole lot to do. I don't feel very engaged as a ranged on that boss. I don't have to move out for the thing. I just have to try not to die to sea monsters and then kill it. And that's kind of, you know, manage your buff. It's not... It's a little too target dummy-ish for me. Our priest did 110k DPS and is like, cool. Ooh, I have a goal to shoot for. I definitely didn't do that. I'm still figuring out my 8.2 life as far as Azurite gear and essences and trinkets and best in slot and all that goes. I'm not optimized even close to yet. But it's a really cool fight. I finally got Murloco and did all the nonsense for the seahorse, only to realize after getting it that it's an aquatic mount. Yes, but if you get the deep coral pod, or deep coral tide pod, or... Well, they probably wouldn't have called a thing a tide pod. But there's an item that you can buy off the mana pearl vendor And I would understand if you didn't want to buy it because it's 4 mana pearls. It's not very many, but it's a consumable. And it lets you ride your underwater mounts as flying mounts in Nazjatar, so you could fly with it around Nazjatar. I also heard that Crimson Tide Stallion is up again today on the vendor, so I tried to do that on a live stream. I want to say yesterday, maybe it was the day before. I tried to do it on one of the Twitch streams, and I did not successfully do it because I accidentally bought not the thing, because I didn't server hop to the shard that had the horse on the vendor before I did it. It was the whole thing. I was already late. No, that was Wednesday because I was late for leaving for my hair appointment. So I could try that again today. I'm going to do my Mechagon stuff first, and then I will see what I can do. See what I can do about that. A little quiet today? I probably just need to move the mic a little closer. I think I usually do it like this. Let's try that. I think I'm just turning away from it. Are you getting the red Murloc plushie? I have indeed ordered the red Murloc plushie. I don't feel good about having ordered the red Murloc plushie because, one, I have a million plushies and what's one more? And secondly, it feels like because they didn't match the colors of the different Murgle merch they're doing, it feels like such lazy merch. But I still bought it because I have to have plushies. Ooh, Anchorweed. Yo, imagine if they made an Anchorweed plushie. Or like the Octopodes. I wish they would, oh! I wish they would design new plushies instead of just recoloring ones that they've already come out with because they laid off their plushie designer. Cleaning wand is something from Harry Potter. Oh man. Hello Hazel, happy Friday. Sup chat, how you doing? After you said that yesterday, I started binging it today. Oh, binging it, and you're right, it's very motivating. It's also so fun and kind of emotional, and I don't really get emotional about stuff except for Anchorweed despawning. So if for a TV show, a reality TV show nonetheless, to actually make me literally cry is quite an accomplishment. I go through a lot of my life trying very hard not to feel things because it's inconvenient. So just watching the nice people have the nice things happen for them and then just like have nice feelings is just very nice. Mount is only on EU servers? I'll have to look into it. Hey Hazel, longtime fan. Sup Violet? The pet event ruined all my plans. Now I just ended up doing tons of pet leveling. I need to do that, and I haven't been because I've been busy with other stuff, but I do need to do it. I have a bunch of new pets that I want to level. Maybe after Mechagon, I'll pop through just a couple pet battles, maybe like the first couple of the Warlords ones, just to get a couple pets boosted up. I don't feel the need to finish leveling them. I just want to get them to like 20-ish so that I can use the baby family pet leveling stones to finish them off. I'm in no particular hurry to optimize and complete my 8.2 pet collection, but I'm trying to like peck away at it where I can. Emma wants Somdi plushie bad. That would be a cool... I feel like Somdi would be a better figurine just because he has so many like little skinny bits that it would be difficult to pull off as a plushie. Possible, but difficult. The Octopode Fry, like the baby octopus model though, that's just begging for it. Hello Hazel, what are you up to today? Sup Sweetwater? I am doing my Mechagon dailies right now. I still have my Nazjatar dailies to do also. And there's lots of stuff to do. Seahorse is US today too. Weak Aura that helps for things with Merle. I do have the Weak Aura. And while it's very useful, and I don't think I can manage the trading game without it, or at least I don't want to manage the trading game without it, I do blame it a little bit because that's what bought the item for me, the chest, that precluded me from buying the actual mount on the day that it was up last time. I didn't necessarily mean to buy the chest, and it definitely bought it. And it's not a thing you can really refund. I have not gotten my kelp fin yet, no. I'm trying not to stress out about being behind on stuff. I need a couple more wild pets for that, and I haven't really been hunting for them just because I've been doing other stuff. Honestly, my main focus lately has been trying to earn gold, because I feel like this is my patch, gold-wise. Like, this is when I'm finally going to unplateau myself and make the rest of the gold that I need for my Brutosaur, because I've been halfway there for what feels like forever. Father's Clothes, what is that? Is that a guaranteed drop? Where'd it go? I need to look that up. I don't even see it anymore. I'm blind. I guess I could search. I just don't want to pick up my other hand. My keyboard's really far away. Fathers. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Hang on. I made mistakes. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thanks, dances. Have a great day, and may the Azrath Force be with you. Leveling a new Besath Island and Iron Starlet. Those will not take you. Those will not do you wrong. The Krog and the Octopode look like Pac-Man and the Ghosts. Making 25k an hour farming the new herb. I ended up just buying a bunch of it to craft Abyssal Healing Potions with because I've been able to actually move the Abyssal Healing Potions, and they're like really profitable to craft right now for me. I would be making more like flasks and new damage potions, but their sale rate sucks. It's hard to sell them. Like the same thing with a feast. The sale rate is like under 0.25, which is kind of gross for new consumables. And I can't effectively move them, so I've just been sticking with the healing pots. Okay. What else? What else? I need to kill 2 more rares. I need to kill the pummelers. I need to charge some energy cells. And I need to kill some tech scavengers. It's from a chest. Okay, but then what is it for? Farmers. Father's clothes. Why am I looking for farmer's clothes? My father was not a farmer. It says it's a quest item. Oh, I must have turned it in. I'm very confused today. Make a highlight video of all of your deaths on stream. Not a bad idea. I don't think I'm capable of doing that, though. There are so many hours of streams to parse through, and I don't have a really good way of locating them. That's one of the things that Twitch has going for, is that people can highlight things as they happen, which means that I can actually find them when it comes to making, like, a highlight video. 3 chests to collect for the quest. Okay. I must have turned that quest in. Oh, are we fighting Deep Ocean Maw, or is he just like... Oh, we're fighting him. Cool. I need more rares, so that will work. Any of you guys have the Rust Feather mount? 1 or 2 of my guildies has it. I do not have it yet, and I'm curious about how rare it is. And I know that this won't tell me how rare it is. I just want to know who I should be jealous of. Oh, man. How's it going, Seth? Going good, going good. It's very warm today, but my AC works in my office, so it's livable in here, and I'm very grateful for that. I cannot underestimate how nice it is to have air conditioning when it's this hot outside. Husband has it. Unlucky time zone. Good night, folks. See you later. Running on 4 tunes a day, still no Rust Feather mount. I cannot bring myself to do current 8.2 stuff on anything other than my priest. Like, I got my mage, my bank alt mage, just through the intro, just so that she could get the new alchemy recipes. And that's, like, all I want to do. Everything else, I feel like, you can get an alt sort of up to basic speed really quick, but if you want to get them actually, like, you know, you want to collect their essences, or... It's a lot. So, I've only been playing my priest. How do you plan to make gold this patch? A little of this and a little of that. At some point, I need to put together a TSM string of the new raid drop BOE so I can try to flip those. I actually had one drop for me in the raid that I managed to sell. I sold some gloves for 100k, which I was very excited about. I didn't know if anybody would buy them, but they did. I have been picking herbs and fishing, and then cooking and making potions and selling the food and potions. I have been making enchants, farming my own enchanting mats. I buy the Umbra shards and the Gloom Dust when they're really cheap, because every now and then they just bottom out of my server and just go for like real cheap. So I buy like a bunch of those. And then for Veiled Crystals, I just do world quests that offer stuff and disenchant it. I have the enchanting rod tool, so I get like a bunch of them. And then I craft whatever the good enchants are at the moment and then try to sell those. I bought a bunch of Rustbolt resistance contracts when that price bottomed out. Like I bought like 60 of them. It was way too many. But then I've been selling them back one at a time whenever the price is good. So I've been making a good profit off those. It'll take me a while, but I've been making profit off that. At some point, I want to farm some ickies, or at least get some more ickies for my alts that I've never done it, and then like level those and sell them. That might be good. Boomy Nights, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi Hazel, been a while since I've been to a stream, but I hope you're doing well. Probably answered this before, but have you ever made an RP character for WoW? I have never made a character. Well, I have almost never made a character expressly for the purpose of RP. I once made a character just for RP, and I didn't really necessarily stick with it. But a streamer that I watched, Wallabear, he's like a BlizzCon level Feral Druid, and he had RP streams, which is really cool. He would do role-playing streams. So he started like a role-playing guild, and I made a character to participate in that. And I think I only went once, and I don't think he does them anymore. So that's probably why I never continued. And I don't remember what my character was or what my story was. I don't remember it at all. I just remember that it was really funny. Morning, Hazel. How are you? What's up, Natasha? I'm good. I'm good. I think finally caught up on sleep. I've been feeling like a little extra tired this week, I think just because I was catching up for my Monday night, and I think I'm finally there. Haven't been to Mechagon yet. Feel so overwhelmed at the moment. That's fine. You can always sit at a patch or like a couple patches. You could just like chill until the next expansion or whenever you feel like you're ready to come back. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you're just moving on. Sometimes people grow up. I don't, but some people do. Hazel Bro is hardcore RP. Hazel Bro was like, I don't know if Hazel Bro was RPing, but I was RPing when I was playing Hazel Bro. I was role playing stoned arena dude whenever I was playing Hazel Bro. What's your favorite alt right now, or are you just grinding Shadow? Just grinding Shadow. I'm not playing alts at all right now. I'm going to level some more characters now at some point now that I have my flying. I think it'll be much nicer to level stuff. And I need to do my rogue because I have a ton of barnacled lockboxes and I don't want to send them to anybody to open them because I don't want to bother anybody. And I made a rogue. I boosted a rogue just so I could open my own lockboxes. So I just need to get her 10 more levels so she can open the new ones. Because she's still 110. So I'm going to do that at some point. Hazel Bro is totally RP. Grow up? What's that? Hazel grew up? No. I think it's okay to grow up. It's just, growing up can mean whatever it needs to mean for you. You know, I think we all, as we learn and grow and age and become more mature, I think we all change. You just don't have to change in a way that's like stereotypically associated with getting older. So for me, growing up might not mean that I don't play WoW anymore. I think I will likely play video games for a very long time. But growing up might mean that I look at my shower and I go, wow, I should actually clean this. Speaking of which, anybody have any really good advice for getting like soap scum off of a shower? Like, I can do it. So the thing that was kind of half working for me was I had a wet dishcloth and I would put some dish soap on it and I would put that over it, let it sit for a few minutes, and then I went in with a magic eraser and like elbow grease, and that was working, but it was not working very quickly. I don't want to use bleach if I can avoid it, but I might do it. Not with the dish soap. There's things, don't combine bleach with anything. Never combine bleach with anything except for water. There's all kinds of gnarly stuff you can make. But I might need to, after it's like clean and dry and there's no more ammonia there, do it with bleach, because I know that works, because that's how I get my hair dye stains out of the tub. But I need to make sure that I get some real good ventilation if I do that. Your hair looks great. Thank you. 44-year-old kid. Any big differences between streaming on YouTube and Twitch? There's a few. There's a few. For me these days, there are not that many. It used to be more back when I was a slightly smaller streamer, and now that I'm like a medium streamer, it's mostly the same. Twitch has also caught up a lot. Like, Twitch and YouTube have caught up to each other a bunch. For a while, YouTube had just better infrastructure and better bandwidth, and Twitch had better features. And Twitch still has more features, but I feel like most of the good ones YouTube is caught up with. The big things that Twitch has over YouTube are they have more social features. They have hosting, they have rating. You are far more likely to be able to interact with and interface with other streamers when you are on Twitch. Like on YouTube, nobody knows we're here. We are, like, this is a secret. This is a secret stream. Nobody knows it's happening. I could stream here my whole life and nobody would ever know I'm a streamer. It doesn't matter how many people watch it. Like, it's not recognized as like a thing, and you'll never run into anybody else that's like part of the streaming community. So there's definitely more opportunities for networking and for making friends, which is something that I've often said that I should do more of, but have not actually done on Twitch. Abby Me Nice, thanks for the super chat. My mom uses baking soda and vinegar for the bath. I tried a little vinegar. I haven't gotten into the baking soda yet. I did throw some in the wash because I washed the shower curtain and the shower liner, so I threw some baking soda in that load, and that worked really well. Do you have YouTube play buttons? I have a silver one. You can see the bottom of it. Over Shadow's head, right up there. That's the bottom of my silver play button. If I want a gold play button, I'm going to need 1 million subs, and I think that would mean I'd need to make some videos that are not necessarily WoW YouTube, because WoW YouTube is good, and it's effective, and you can definitely earn a living doing WoW YouTube, but I don't think you can earn 1 million sub living doing WoW YouTube. I feel like there's a ceiling. So I would probably need to branch out into tech videos or like meta streaming and creator videos, like guides to starting a Twitch channel, that kind of thing, or other stuff. Probably, I don't plan on quitting my videos anytime soon, but I also like to have at least ideas of what I would do if WoW does completely go under. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but if it does, it would be nice if I wasn't also out of job. If it's an older bathtub, you can use a scouring stick. Might remove the polish, though. I think it's an acrylic one. This is like a rental apartment, so it just looks like one of those, like, inserts that people have. YouTube has a pause button that actually does something. True. Hazel drops less F-bombs than YouTube's. I don't drop F-bombs on Twitch either these days. I used to. I used to. We keep the language PG around here. These days. I have not always been that way. I am looking for tech scavengers still. There should be more around here. There they are. Nearly midnight here. How can I watch your stream like this? For the YouTube stream, there's going to be a VoD. You can always find the VoD up tomorrow and watch it in the weekend. Have to let the vinegar soak in. Okay. I don't have a lot of vinegar. I need a new jug of it. So maybe I'll... Should I put it in a spray bottle? I don't have an extra spray bottle. And I don't want to, like, vinegar my only existing spray bottle. I was going to try and, like, wait until I had finished a bottle of, like, Windex or something so I could put it in that. Rain X to help prevent it coming back. Clorox. Okay. Join Moonguard. You should RP again. RP is wonderful. I don't think I have time for it in my life. I don't think I have the time or mental space to keep my story straight. Someone hit on me and I was like, no thank you, and they were really polite. That's always good. That's always nice. Can't hate on them for shooting their shot as long as they're respectful if you say no. You mentioned a show about cleaning up. What was its name? So the cleaning up show I actually haven't watched yet, and that's Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. The show that I've been watching is Queer Eye, More Than a Makeover, which is not even a cleaning show. It's a makeover show. But just part of the makeover, they go and like remodel parts of their home and clean up their space, and they like get rid of bunches of their clothes. So it shares elements with like a cleaning up show. I just find it very motivating, but it's not specifically a cleaning show. I can't picture you cursing. There are videos of it still on the channel. If you go back and watch like my really old Twitch highlights, then I swear up and down. Who's your favorite Eternal Palace boss? I love the Nanny. I love Zakul. Nanny's cool. Orgazoa's cool. Orgazoa is easier than I thought it would be. It was like fairly easy in testing. And I was like, they're going to tune this up so that it's like real tough. And it kind of wasn't. I feel like with Orgazoa, as long as your tanks know what they're doing, then you're totally fine. Kyle, thanks for the super chat. Hi. Hello. Also, Kawaz, thank you for your super chat. Is that working? It did. If what you mean by working was your super chat, it did work. Okay, I'm gonna finish this. And then I'm gonna have some of this. Water. Totally on board for tech videos. I've done some before. I have a video about the Blue Yeti mic that did really well. And in a perfect world, like once a month, I do a video reviewing a piece of my setup. So like my gaming lights or gaming glasses, or I've done one on my mouse, I've done my game pads. I wanted to do a highlight on like my favorite keyboard, or like how to choose a mechanical keyboard, how to like buy, just stuff like that. But I have been very much struggling to find time for it. I have a microphone in my closet that I need to review that, like it's a streaming mic that I need to review. I don't think I'm switching to it, but I promised I would do a review. Well, I said I would do a review, and then they said they couldn't send it to my P.O. box, and I said, okay, that's fine then. So I thought we weren't doing it, and then it came to my P.O. box. And this was a while ago. This was before April. And I've been so busy I have not made that video yet. Also, I'm really anxious about tech videos now because I need to actually film stuff for them. Like right now in my current workflow, I film myself with this camera on my desk, and that's fine. That's set up. And then I film WoW, which is easy, and also I'm set up for it. Taking my camera off of its tripod is a skill set that I have not got nearly as much experience with. I am not very good. I am not a very good camera operator. I'm a perfectly good editor, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with actually filming stuff. And I may or may not be missing some tools that I need for it. I don't have any kind of a stabilizer. And you can stabilize digitally, but it's rough, so filming tech videos, I watch, I love MKBHD. He's like the biggest tech channel that I can think of. I know there's like a few others, but he's my favorite. And oh my god, the shots he gets. Like, all I can see in my head when I'm trying to film a tech video is what he does. And I know he has a whole studio and he has like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment and he has a team and he has help and he's like, he's probably more disciplined than me, but like, I wanted to look like that. Oh man. Pure vinegar diluted with water, spray bottle is excellent. Okay. What add-ons do you recommend for Mechagon? Handy notes. Ooh, things up. Handy notes. This is handy notes. It's specifically Tomcat's Tours Mechagon. And it's very, very, very nice. Okay, we're good, we're good. There's always that, like, split second of stress when you're not sure whether or not you're gonna have time to tag it, and then you have to see the health pot. Tell that microphone to come out of the closet. I need to clean the closet. I thought about doing that for a video, but I might just do it for myself because I feel like it might be too embarrassing to put in a video. That closet is a nightmare. I have a walk-in closet in this room, and it is filled with a combination of tech supplies, so like cables, like an insane amount of cables, display cables, data cables, adapters, networking cables, networking devices, extra microphones, extra speakers, extra keyboards, extra mice, just like power adapters for things I don't even have anymore. It's a problem. And then fish stuff. All of my fish supplies are in there. So I have like extra buckets. I have extra filters. I have like my filter media and bits of like airline hose and stuff. And then I also have just like my tools. So my toolboxes, my saw, my hammer, my screws, my drill. And then like just some extra stuff. Like that's also where I keep any post office box mail. If there is any, there isn't any right now, but like all my fan mail's in there. And none of it is organized in the slightest. It's a real nightmare, and I need to deal with it at some point, because this is no way to live. Okay, I have some stuff to turn in. I still need 3 more tech scavengers. I was not finding them. Double fisting the drinks today. Yeah, so sometimes I have, like... I feel like I'm lagging on OBS. Sometimes I have, like, my water bottle. I always have my water bottle. This is a constant. And then I have, like, a cup of tea. And then yesterday, I had my water bottle and I had my tea, and I was like, you know what? I want some juice. So I went and got some fruit juice from the fridge, and I sat at my desk, and I'm like, I have 3 beverages. I am living right now. This is the life. Nobody's here to judge me. I don't even have enough hands for all of these beverages. And none of them were even alcoholic. Like, that could have been a 4th one, although it was pretty early in the day. Time for a quick question. Yeah, shoot. Go for it. Separate cam for your dog. Pet cam is very important. I should preface anybody that is brand new here. First of all, welcome. But second of all, it's not always a dog cam. That's just like a webcam on a 30-foot USB extension. So I move that around to my aquarium sometimes also, especially if the dog isn't home or if the dog's not likely to stay in his bed. I will show one of my 3 aquariums. Yesterday on the Twitch stream, it was a cat cam because the cat was napping on the couch. So you could see like the back of my cat's head. That was cute. Purple bottle is vodka. Now, this is just my other water bottle. I have 2 of these Camelback bottles, and then I just switch them every time I throw it through the dishwasher, which should be more often. So I washed my blue one today, and I just switched the purple one. They're good, because I can't spill them. I can knock it over and not spill it, and that's more than I can say for just like a cup with water in it. Love the Mechagon dungeon. Thanks for your guide. No problem. Thanks for watching. Christian Flores, thank you for the super chat. Look at Joker's little boobable nose. He gets kind of unnerved if you try to boob his nose. He loves it if you give him treats, though. Or, like, back of the neck scratches. He's very skittish, so you gotta be real careful if you're, like, reaching out to pet him. You want to go underhand at first and let him sniff your hand, even though he's 8 years old and we've had him forever. Because otherwise he just, like... Nobody hits this dog. And as far as I know, he's never been abused. But he's real jumpy. So you let him sniff your hand, then you can like go around to the back of his neck, and he really likes getting like the good scritches like right in his neck back fur. That's the good stuff. I'm gonna do the pet battle. So other things I could do today, I still need to do the Najatar stuff. I need to try and see if I can squeak the Tide Stallion mount out of that vendor via copious amounts of server hopping and trying to not ruin it all with my weak aura. And then, sorry, what was it? It was gonna be, darn it. I haven't memorized these yet. I haven't done Stratholme yet, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Sputter Tube. I have until 5 o'clock. And then after that, I'm taking the rest of tonight off. Also tomorrow. I'm not working tomorrow. I'm very excited. I've spent a lot of time making videos over the last couple weeks, and I'm gonna take it like tonight and then tomorrow to not. And I'm gonna clean stuff. I'm gonna go shopping and buy some pots for my new houseplants. I'm probably gonna take an afternoon nap tomorrow. That's gonna be dope. I'm so happy. Okay, creeping fungus, corpse explosion, stampede. Okay, I never would have guessed that. I'm glad I checked. I have been trying to make paper claws, like Jaina or Savannah says. Paper claws. Paper claws? Okay, let's see if I can catch up. Everyone has a cache of extra wires. And I don't want to get rid of all of them, because a lot of cables I always end up needing, especially now that some of my devices are transitioning to USB-C. I do need to have a lot of cables, but I don't need like power adapters for monitors I don't own anymore. There's stuff that I can definitely stand to get rid of, and then I just need to organize it, because honestly, all of those cables are jammed collectively into one suitcase and a big cloth grocery bag. That's not a good way to store your stuff. Like, when I need a cable, half the time I can't even find it in there because it's such a nightmare. So I just order a new one on Amazon for $4, and that's why I have so many cables. So I want to just like get everything organized and in cute little like, so on the, you can sort of see how I've started. So like in the shelf back there, you can see the bottom two shelves. They used to just have stuff shoved in them. And I got these like, from these like squares, and it's just like a square, but you can put it in like a shelf or in like a closet and like be like, X things go in this square, and you can get more things that go inside of this to like further like segment and organize things. And I'm just so ready. I'm just so excited. I watch videos on YouTube and shows about people that are like decluttering things and going through all of their things and deciding what to get rid of. And it drives me crazy because they keep things that, in my opinion, they should not keep. And I understand that people get sentimentally attached to things, but I don't. I will throw out anything. I don't care. Even if it's something that I think I might need later. For the most part, if it's something that's like, if it's niche enough, I'll go like, well, even if I need this later, I'll just buy a new one. By the time I need this later, I won't need this one anymore, and it won't be in good shape, and I'm not going to store this for 6 years just in the off chance that I need it. So I have no problem getting rid of stuff, which makes it very fun when you're decluttering. Okay. Got the Tide Stallion this morning. Looks awesome. Congrats. Do you have any of the slimy pets yet? Yes, I have. Let me show you. Is this a safe place to hang out? I want to say it's not. Let's go back towards the tech scavengers that I still have not finished killing. Try Merle instead of the weak ore for the Murloc purchasing calculation. Okay. I'll do that because I'm a little, I think the weak ore is good. I just don't trust myself with the weak ore. Merle.io. Let's see. How long did it take you to farm Creminius? Not long. He drops fairly reasonably. I have probably sold 10 to 20 of them that I got just for farming Blackwing Lair for Transmog? Why was I farming that place? I used to farm it every week. I don't know why, but I got a lot of them. I used 3 ickies for sputter tubes. Yeah, we got somebody with 3 ickies over here. You don't know what paper claws are? You had no childhood? I had a different childhood. I had a fairly standard childhood, but I have absolutely no idea what paper claws are. Rat nest of cables, true nightmare. So the cable management behind my desk isn't so bad. Every now and then I do go through that and try to route things correctly, and then I have cable ties. I have the biggest stash of Velcro cable ties. I like the Velcro ones because you can take them off. I think that using, pet peeve is when people use, I mean, do whatever you want for your own life, but I would never for my own life use, what do you call them? Zip ties? Oops. Like those plastic ones that are like, once you've pulled them out, you have to cut them. I will not do that because I do not want to have to cut something off in order to remove it. First of all, it's kind of wasteful. Second of all, there's a good chance that I like flail and accidentally cut my cable. And third of all, I hate them. Also, I've watched enough crime shows that they just remind me of crime. Zoom goes the Joker. Orgrimmar does not bring me joy. Yeah, Orgrimmar sparks no joy for me, and that's why I play Alliance. I tend to be a pack rat. I still have my daughter's baby stuff, and she's 11. Yeah. It's not like I want to throw away everything sentimental. It's just that I don't have that many sentimental things. And I think that a good way to do it is if you're going to keep something sentimental, keep it in a way that you can display it or keep it in really good condition. Like if it's just like shoved under your bed or in your closet and it's like something you're keeping for sentimental reasons, then take better care of it because it's something that means a lot to you. And then if it's just shoved in your closet because it doesn't actually mean that much to you, then maybe you could let go of it. And if you're worried about like losing the memory that's attached to it, you can take a photo of it. You can take photos of it and you can save those digitally. You can save them in the cloud so that you'll have them for as long as the cloud stays in the digital sky. Velcro cable ties are the future. I just don't see a downside to them. They work great. They're reusable. And they're not stupid. The mech mod is Handy Notes combined with Tomcat's Tours Mechagon. The flying mount that you had after you died. I have been flying around on my Silverian Dreamer recently. This was probably it. This is the shop mount that they were offering for 6 months of sub time. I do not know if that promotion is still active. It might not be. But yeah, I just bought a 6-month sub and got myself this weird animal that I'm still not sure if I like, but I guess it's growing on me. Christian Flores, thanks for the super chat. Hazel, do you have the Murgle pet? No, I don't. I'm gonna get it one day. I kind of want to do a guide for it. I want to do like a lot of little Mechagon and Najadar guides for just like things that I feel like could use a guide that also I feel like people will still be coming back to later. Like I don't think I want to do at this point a rep guide because we're like 3 or 4 weeks into the patch. I feel like the window for that is past. I spent that time making raid guides. That ship sailed. But things like the slimy pets. Oh yeah, I was going to show you my slimy pet. There's a sentence you don't think you're going to say. You know, the slimy pets and the Murgle thing, and so this is my slimy octopode. He's the only one I have so far. I have not been very diligent about it, but I do know how to get them. His name is Oogles because it's cute, and he's cute, and I'm cute, and it's just great, and we're happy. And I don't know why I'm mad now, but leave Oogles alone. Not that anybody was going to bully him, but if they were going to, I would tell them to leave Oogles alone. Yeah, I like them. I like the effect. It's not showing up really great in here, but he's got like a little light effect. When I was taking him through the raid last night, he had like a little AoE sort of thing. Next baking stream is next week, Thursday, 10 a.m. We making tiramisu. 10 a.m. Thursday, right here on July the 18th at 10 a.m. is Pacific time. So if you take right now and you subtract 6 hours from it, you will have the time that you will need to come here on Thursday, July 18th, if you would like to come to the next baking stream. How do you put add-ons in the game? I've been too lazy to figure it out. So you want to get, in my opinion, it's easiest if you use a program to manage your add-ons. So I use the Twitch app, and with the Twitch app, you just link it to your WoW installation, and then you can just browse and install and delete and update apps through the Twitch app interface without ever having to mess with like putting the files in the folder yourself. You can also just download an app and then extract the files into your interface add-ons, into your add-ons folder of your interface folder of your WoW install. I used to maintain my add-ons like that, but it's kind of annoying. The Twitch app does a good job and there's no ads in it anymore, so I just do that. So aggressive. Sometimes it just comes over you. Hazel, your hair is nice. It reminds me of the Northern Lights. Thank you. Northern Lights would actually be a really pretty theme for a hair color scheme, like just going a little more onto the greens and blues with like a little purple and pink. That would be pretty. I have 3 months to decide what color I want my hair to be for BlizzCon because I have a giant hair appointment like the week before BlizzCon because I want to feel extra good before I go. So I'm getting my hair like recolored and thingied. And I gotta pick what color I want for it. Tiramisu is one of my favorite desserts, and I love desserts. It's just, it's so nice. It's like, lots of desserts are very good, but they have a downside, like they're too rich, or they're too heavy, or they're too much chocolate, or they're like too sweet. And you can have like some of them, but then you don't want any more for a while. And I think I could eat tiramisu forever. It's just like light, but rich, and creamy, but also tasty, and cute, and feels sophisticated, and it's not hard to make. And I'm calling it Tiragard tiramisu, but I have no earthly idea what I'm going to do to it differently to justify calling it Tiragard tiramisu. I'm just going to be finding a tiramisu recipe online. I think I used one from All Recipes last time. Have I charged my power cells yet? No, I have not. Yeah, the Curse app merged with the Twitch app, and honestly, the Twitch app has done good things with it. The Curse app used to be a little iffy, and the Twitch app, I find, is much better. Although, annoying thing, I used it to install add-ons to my PTR install. Maybe somebody can help me with this. I set up my Twitch app so it would install add-ons onto my PTR install. I don't even do that anymore. I don't even use add-ons in PTR anymore because it was unstable, but I used to. And now, even though there are no add-ons there, every time I go to open the mod section of my Twitch app, it says you have no add-ons because it's looking at the PTR install, and I have to use the drop-down menu to select my actual install, and it's like, oh yeah, there they are. And I just want to take the PTR install off of that list and have it default take me to where my actual add-ons actually are. And I have not been able to figure that out yet. Granted, I haven't Googled it, so I haven't tried that hard. But also, it's been annoying me for like 2 years. Don't add fish oil when making cold tiramisu. Tell Joker to go lay down? Oh, good call. Good call. He got up because my husband got home. But I gotta make sure he's not just like on the couch. He knows up, like to get up on his back legs when he's not in his bed, but he gets, Joker, go lay down. Go lay down, bud. Lay down. Joker, lay down. Lay down. Good boy. He gets really confused if you ask him to do it when he's in his bed. Let's see. I have missed some stuff. I dyed my hair purple once and my mom shaved my head. Oh. Scared to do it again despite being 29. I can see that being hard. I can see that being tough to get over, but I do think you would really like it. Like, if you can get away with your work or your lifestyle, if you can get away with having colored hair, I do think you should do it. I think it would be really good. Every girl needs a good hair thingy every once in a while. I felt bad for a long time with the concept of going to get my hair done because I figured I could just save money and I could just do it myself and it wasn't a big deal and it didn't really matter, and like having nice hair wouldn't make me a better person, so why bother? Like, I felt bad about the concept of like spending money to go out and have somebody help me, and I'm still working through that, but it's really nice to do something nice for yourself, and I feel like feeling good about how I look makes me way more likely to be able to do all sorts of things that I want to do because I'm not anxious about the way that I look. I'm still not completely happy because I don't think anybody is. But when I feel good about like my clothes or my makeup or my hair, or also just like my space, kind of part of the reason why I'm cleaning, that takes away some of the stress and anxiety. And I feel like anxiety is the #1 reason why I don't get as much done as I want to, is because I get anxious and then my coping methods take me away from my working. Also, they're not healthy, so I'm working on that too. But like, if I can be much less stressed out if I'm just happy with everything, and I can get there by taking more responsibility for stuff. Is I think what I'm getting at. Have I charged? I need one more energy cell. I like this quest because I don't have to remember to click on stuff. I also like how out of the corner of my eye, I keep seeing dances, and like your transmog makes you impossible to miss. Oh my god. I'm digging the helmet. I'm digging the helmet with this look. I would have thought you would have jumped on the hiding all slots thing. I would have thought you would have gone for like just the loincloth. I like it with the belt, don't get me wrong. But oh boy. Map Coords is in fact the coordinates add-on. Peppers is adorbs. Where did he learn acting? His head is out of frame. Do you have the yellow junk hopper pet? I've been trying to get it for hours, but no luck. Let's see. Junk hopper. If you've been trying to get it and you can't get it, I probably do not have it. Absolutely not. No. Pet Battle Mechagon. Maybe it's rare. I do not have that one. It looks neat. Let me look up online to see if Wowhead has any tips. Like maybe there's like a spawn point. Let's see. Yellow. Junk Hopper. What's the deal with that? I love the Mechagon music. I have the gramophone, but I haven't used it to change the song yet. Maybe I should do that. Comments. Let's see. Super rare. Okay. Well, then that's that. It is just really rare. Apparently you can go kill frog critters around the spawn points of it, and that will help, supposedly. Okay. And then... I didn't finish charging the last energy cell. What am I doing? Also, I know that I don't have the Darkmoon Fair buff. Honestly, I just don't care that much. I'm aware that I could be getting 10% more rep for all of this if I had just gone to the Darkmoon Fair before I came out here. I just don't care enough to actually go. That's all. That's the only reason why I've stopped guilting myself over that. I feel like if I don't want to go, I just won't, and I just won't get the rep, and it's fine. Like, I could also have more rep just by being a human, but I'm a gnome because gnomes are cute. I used to be a human. I found actually a photo on my phone, like a screenshot of my priest when she was a human. It was from 2014. And I found a screenshot of female human priest. It's kind of a throwback. Okay, I'm going to get the cog paste. Actually, no, I need to turn off. There we go. You can right click off the energy buff if you don't want to keep getting stunned. Cog paste, cog paste. Okay, yeah. Belt makes it sassy. I grew my natural hair out for 2 years. Still have some blonde at the ends and dyed them purple, but miss my whole head being colorful again. It's fun. My hair is shorter than when it was natural, but I don't know if that's just because I've had more haircuts or if it's because it's not staying healthy enough to get to the same length. Also, maybe it's just because I hadn't been to a hairdresser in like 10 years before I went. So, of course, I hadn't had it cut very short. I was looking back at stream VODs from like 2015, 2016, 2017-ish even, and I had very long hair. I do miss how long it was, but this is still a perfectly good length. This is fine. It'll probably get even a little bit shorter next time I get it done, just because we got to get some of the damage parts off, but that's okay. It's still nice. Even if I really do mess it up and it all falls off, I can wear wigs. Wigs are cute. That's fine. It's just hair. It doesn't make me a bad person. Some people get very upset with the concept of me damaging my hair. Every now and then I'll get like a tweet or a message or something being like, oh my god, it's gonna break, it's gonna fall out, you're gonna be bald, you're gonna be bald! And it's just, it's a little, it's fine, it's fine. It's gonna be okay. It's a very nice Bork you have. Why, thank you. My Bork left. Joker, go lay down. Go lay down, bud. Go lay down. I can't see him, so I don't know where he went. Maybe he might, my husband may have taken him out. Let me see. We're gonna have to do that a few more times. I may at some point just move the camera to be a fish cam at some point, because you know the nice thing about fish is they don't leave. Every time I go get the rep buff, I get distracted in the game and die somehow. He's restless today. Hubby's taken, I don't typically say the word hubby, and I just remembered why. My husband is typically taking a or not typically, he is currently I think is showering, and that means my dog cannot see him, and that means the dog is anxious because he has some gnarly separation anxiety that is specifically tied to my husband. So he's worried that because he can't see him, he might disappear, so he has to go check on him. And all he wants to do is just like sit outside the door and stare at it. It's so I'm trying to help him chill by having him not stare at the door. I would have him in here with me, but he doesn't seem to like that much. He doesn't like being in this room. Tips for the maze part. I'm currently close to throwing my monitor out the window. So I mapped it out as I went in like a photo editor. I did it on like a grid, like digital grid paper, basically. It is very frustrating though. It's definitely valid for that to take a really long time. There was an add-on back when I did it, but I didn't like it. An add-on or a wig or something, but I ended up not using it. Have you ever had short hair? So when I was a kid, probably like 10-ish, my stepmother at the time cut off my hair. And I was not happy about it. And I didn't want it. And she wanted it. So she cut off my hair and she cut it very short. And my hair is naturally very curly. So once it gets like above chin short, the ringlets will all stand at each other and make like a globy afro effect. Which is a look, but it is not a look that I like on me. And I was deeply upset about that, especially as like a 10, 11-year-old child. You don't like having your hair messed with. And I have never gotten over it. And I have never had my hair short since. Not once. I grew it out after that, and I never, ever, ever cut it short. Have you ever played Graveyard Keeper? No. Why not have you? I use it all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't really feel right when I say it. What if Joker just doesn't want to be on camera? There's no reason for him to not want to be on camera, though. Like, he doesn't... It's not close to him. The camera is zoomed in right now. It's a good, like, 4 or 5 feet away from him. It's not in his face or anything. It should be fine. He sleeps in the bed all the time. He's doing good. He's doing good. Map add-on that marks all the rares is Tomcat's Tours on Mechagon. It's a handy notes plugin. How long did it take you to complete Pathfinder for BFA? So I got my Pathfinder Part 1. I guess you're asking about Part 2 probably. I got my Pathfinder Part 2 6 days ago. I got it last Saturday was when I unlocked that. So it took me like a week and a half after the patch came out. I didn't do everything. I definitely didn't go as hard as some people did. I am still looking for more cog-based. I would be upset if someone cut my hair without permission. It was quite rude. I feel like, I don't think she like literally held me down and cut my hair. I just felt like I didn't have, and this is a long time ago, so I don't really remember specific details. I just remember how awful it looked. But I don't feel like I was in a position to say no. The rarest making that you have. I don't know what you're asking for. Oh, mount that I have. As far as just like being uncommon and that not that many people have it, probably something like one of the gold mounts. So like my Swift Spectral Tiger or my Bloodfang Widow, like the spider mount that I have. Not that many people have those just because they cost a lot of gold and they don't have specific uses. More people I think have the Brutosaur because that actually made the gold makers that have been hanging on to their gold for 10 years buy something because they actually wanted it. I feel like I'm waiting for Cogpace to respawn, and I don't think it does. I think it has specific spawn points, and you just have to hit them all. And I just need to remember where they all are. Here we go. 2 more. There's some over here. Love Hazel's bangs. Bangs have always looked great to me. I've had bangs since I was 16, and I liked them a lot when I first got them, and I've had them ever since. I do think at some point I might want to, like, if I'm just like living my life, often I'll sweep them to the side, and I'll have them more like that with like my hair up, which is not as cute of a look, but it's a lot easier to maintain because it's hard to keep these in place outside of the stream. I do think at some point I might want to try bangs that are a little bit more feathery because this is a very blunt line of bang, and I don't want it to be like rounded, but I could try something that's like a little thinner, maybe. I don't know, but I do like them. They can totally change your face. Get Rare Scanner. I turned Rare Scanner off because it was frightening me. It was startling me and upsetting me, and I didn't want it. I am fairly easily startled and upset, though. Used to have hair down to my thighs when I was younger, so I started to bleach it in 5th grade and ruined it. Have you ever grown it back that far? I have like a theory in my head that everybody has like a predetermined length, which is the maximum length their hair can get to. So I feel like you could do it again if you really wanted to. Fashion tips for Hazel. Oh. I don't think anybody should take fashion tips from me. I am still figuring out what I want to wear and trying not to worry too much about what other people wear because that will confuse me about what I think I want to wear because I don't know. I don't need to charge stuff. Okay, am I actually done with Mechagon for today? Am I there yet? Are we there yet? I wonder if we can rock through the Stratholme pet dungeon real quick. There was something else I wanted to do. I know I need to do Najatar. I wanted to try out the... I'm I'm gonna rock through the Stratholme pet dungeon really quick just because I don't want to forget. Where Scanner's a little spammy. I didn't realize that no bangs was a thing until I was an adult. My mom still has skyscraper bangs. She curls them and they stand up. That's fun though. She's got a thing and she's doing it. Put a bolt in my head and cut around it. Whatever works for you, dude. The stream yesterday. I like Tails Zing, but the rant was hard. I'm missing something. I'm trying right now. I'm planning on being a hair down to the floor grandma once I'm 80 or something. Very nice. Very fun. I think that when I eventually have the rest of my hair go gray, because the reason I actually originally started dyeing my hair was because I had so many gray hairs that were stressing me out about feeling old, which I think was giving me more gray hairs. I started getting grays at 14, and my hair wasn't completely gray when I dyed it or anything, but I had a good amount of them. Like, I could very easily find like 10 to 20 of them if I just looked. So, and that was like a year and a half ago. So I dyed it because, but whenever my hair finishes going gray, like I feel like it's a little harder to dye gray hair, but you can definitely do it. I feel like pink, like a sort of a metallic-y rose gold pink is super cute on older women. I love it. But like whatever they want. Status of the lemon seed / sprout / trees. Do you want to see him? I pulled them out yesterday, the day before, but not everybody may have caught that. You want to see him? This is one of them, and they're all about this size. I put them in the solo cups so they'd have more room for their roots. He hasn't really grown much, but I think it's because he has so much room for his roots that he's just real busy putting down roots. Also, it's a lemon tree. It's not a crazy fast-growing plant. So I'm pretty happy that they just look good. They look happy. I keep them outside on my balcony, so they get direct sun for a good amount of time. They get a lot of sun. If it gets cold and I have to move them back in, probably in the fall, then I will use a lamp for them. But for now, so far, so good. Hazel does rant mainly about soup. Yeah, don't get me started on soup. I had soup for lunch before I went to my hair appointment because it was all I had handy and I had to make something really fast and it was not enough and I was dyingly starving. I was so hungry by the end of my hair appointment. I was having a hard time answering questions. Red Solo. Yo, the Solo Cup song gets stuck in my head every time I look at these. Although, instead of let's have a party, I always think in my head, let's plant a garden, just because I always plant stuff in these. I gotta put it back. Okay, make sure my pets are all healed, and let's just rock through this as quickly as I can. Because, honestly, it feels a little... Pet dungeons are fun to figure out, and I'm glad that there is pet content. But I feel like they were kind of intended to replace the Celestial Tournament, and I don't know if they really did that. They feel very, like, linear and prefigured out, and maybe it's just because the Celestial Tournament was, like, in an earlier stage of pet battles where there were fewer resources, and you didn't have rematch and TD script and all that. So maybe that's why it felt more challenging and dynamic, but pet dungeons, you kind of figure it out, and then you do it, and then you just have to, this, like, 30-minute thing that you have to do once a week until you finally get enough currency to feel done, and you're, like, finally free. Someone got Hazel started on soup. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Soup is water lying about being food. I don't want people to think that I think soup tastes bad. Soup can taste delightful. My mom in particular makes the most wonderful vegan soups. They're very, very tasty. They're very good. Soup is great. I will have soup for a meal if it is accompanied by a sandwich or just like a healthy amount of bread product plus something else. It's not, in my head, it doesn't count as food. And I've never had just soup and then been not hungry later in like 20 minutes. It just does not register as nourishment to the part of my brain that checks whether or not I've eaten something. My dog's name is Joker. It's dishwater without soap? Oh boy. You might need some better soup recipes. I need to print out and laminate Hazel's schedule. Been waiting on Twitch for over an hour, wondering why she was late. I would be, yeah, I'm sticking to the schedule for at least another couple of weeks. At least another month or so. Are you vegan? I am pescatarian. So it's like a vegetarian, not vegan, but I also eat fish. So I don't eat chicken, I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork. I don't eat like deer or bunnies or squirrels or anything else like that. I do eat eggs and milk and other dairy products, and I do eat fish and seafood. Whenever I get asked why, I usually come up with a different answer. I think the core of it is that that's just what I like to eat. That's what feels good as food for me, and what I feel good about eating. And there's lots of reasons why it's good. I'm sure that actual veganism would be better for like my carbon footprint or my body or something, but like this is the amount that I can make work in my life and that it feels good to me. Served with crusty bread. Love me some good bread. Like if it's a nice thick soup and there's crusty bread and I can have 2 slices and I can have them buttered, then I'm on board. That's some good stuff. Don't water lemon trees' foliage. I try not to water anything's foliage. I only have a couple of plants that appreciate being humid. Most of my plants are succulents, and I keep water off their leaves because they don't like wet leaves. Any newly planted lemon trees every other day for the first week, then 1 or 2 times a week for a few months. Okay. I'll try and stay on top of that. I've been paying a little more attention to my garden recently. I have my garden, my balcony that has pots that have plants in them. I definitely, so my schedule, like once a week on Sundays, I clean all my aquariums and I take the water that I took out of my aquariums and I give it to my house plants and my balcony plants. So everything is watered at least once a week, but some of the things that are not succulents need water more often than that, especially now that it's really hot outside. And I definitely dropped the ball and did not water my pansies enough. I have a couple boxes of pansies out on my balcony, and they almost died because I let them get real dry. So, oopsie-daisy-do. I have since rectified my mistake and watered them again and like trimmed off as much of the dry bits. They're just kind of like leggy. So they look awkward, but they also look like, you know, they're still alive. And that makes me happy. You know, they're fighters. I don't want to replace them. I want them to sit there and remind me of what I did. So I'm spending a little more time and being a little bit better. Oh yeah, I can't heal, of course not. I'm trying to be a little bit better about deadheading. I have some marigolds that I like to go out there and, you know, just like snip off any blooms that are done. But yeah, I definitely need to make sure I water stuff more often than once a week for the stuff that needs water more than once a week. I do eat tuna. Have you had Italian wedding soup? Never heard of it. They do have drainage holes. I carved, and it was some work. I carved some holes in the bottom of those cups. They do drain. When I water them really thoroughly, but then I let them drain all the way. And then I put them back inside. My guild is full of pet battlers. They love the pet dungeons for the free ports. I love the free ports, and I love the pets that you can get out of them, which is why I do them. It's just the actual process of doing them. It's fine. It's like a thing to do, especially if I could like put on some, like a YouTube video or just like something else. But if this was my only activity and I was just going to sit down and not be streaming and just focus on doing this, I feel like I would be very bored because I already know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly how it's going to go. And the only thing that could go wrong is if I made a mistake. There's no way this can go any better than success. And even then, success is still going to take me like half an hour. Can you imagine life without sushi? Took a pic of the schedule and you posted it during one of your vids. It's also pinned to the top of my Twitter feed. So if you're ever looking for my stream schedule, go to my Twitter page, twitter.com/hazelnuttygames. It's pinned to the top there. And if I ever update my stream schedule, if I ever change it or change like the platform or anything like that, I will pin a new one there. So that's a good place to check. Veganism can be healthy, but also really unhealthy. The main reason that we don't do veganism is because, well, one, I think that being a pescatarian diet is easier to manage and make sure I get all the nutrients. I get a lot of protein, a lot of iron from things like dairy products and fish. So if I cut those out, I would have to find those nutrients from other things. And also, my husband and I eat together. I do the meals. And he is allergic to soybeans. He is allergic to legumes. He's allergic to nuts. He's allergic to basically every meat substitute or dairy substitute that is in vegan food. Like deathly allergic. Cannot eat any of it. So if I was trying to make vegan meals for both of us, we would have like salad. And that would be the end of it. We would die. There's no vlog today. There will be a vlog today. I just need to finish rendering it. It wasn't quite done rendering when I started the stream, so I'm going to finish rendering and upload it right after. The edit is done, though, so it's going to be, like, within an hour after the stream ends, and not, like, 4 hours after the stream ends, like it sometimes is. Veganism would kill me. Puppy's adorable. The rewards for running the pet dungeon, you get a port from Manapoof, who is an elemental that lives outside the pet shops. She can port you, well, he or she, I don't know, it's an elemental, can port you to Stratholme. So it's like a Northern Eastern Kingdoms port. Plus, you can get, these are the 4 pets that are on the vendor. I have this one, she's a little banshee. You can also get Crypt Fiend, extra Abomination, you know, Plague Bat thing. And then also Mini Mancer is a reward for just doing the challenge for the first time. And then there's one more, and it's called Burnout. And that's what you get if you defeat Postmaster Malone, pardon me. Who's another one of the World Quest tamers that can spawn in here. I haven't found him yet. Cannot eat anything that casts a shadow. When I was a kid, because I started eating like this when I was 8, so I had all kinds of awkward, like, preteen years where I was trying to explain to adults why I was eating the way I was. I came up with all sorts of weird reasons. Just used your guide for No More Gone. You're awesome. Thanks, Majestically Missy. The target thing when you're using the anti-gravity pack in Mechagon? What do you mean the target thing? I thought it was underwatering my plants, but reading up on it, I am not killing my plants. Surprising amount of plants prefer less rather than more water, as long as you're not completely forgetting about them. All of my house plants can get by on once a week. Even like my pothos and my Chinese evergreen, like the ones that are not succulents, they're still just fine on once a week. I have a ZZ plant that is in a pot that's too small for it, and that one I water twice a week because it dries out because it's in a tiny pot. I need to get it a bigger pot. I want to go shopping for some plant pots this weekend. We get to defeat Post Malone? Yeah, right? And funnily enough, the NPC is actually not named after Post Malone the Raptor, despite the fact that it's Postmaster Malone. Apparently there was a basketball player named Karl Malone who was nicknamed the Postmaster because he always delivered. I want to say, I don't watch basketball. I learned all this secondhand. But, and that's who the original Postmaster Malone NPC was named after, because he was put in the game with original Stratholme, like back before Post Malone was even a thing. And Post Malone made his rap name through a online rap name generator. I heard that in an interview once. So that may have picked Malone because of the basketball player, but he did not directly name himself after either the WoW character or the basketball player. So, fun Post Malone facts. Are you a level 4 vegan? Making my kids delicious pizza. I'm here with a sad salad. It can be a happy salad. Salad can be fun. Considering becoming a vegetarian, meat hurts my tummy. Fish and seafood doesn't hurt, but it's too expensive. You can also try, and I think for anybody that's like curious about eating less meat, but doesn't really feel like they can give up meat, just try having a little less of it. Try having meat like just on weekends. Or, you know, try being vegetarian just on weekends. You know, you don't have to go whole hog. You can just cut back, and it can save you some money. It can make you a little bit healthier. It can reduce your carbon footprint a little bit. You don't have to do the whole thing. It's great if you can, but you don't have to. Eat whatever works for you. As long as you're not eating literal people, just eat whatever works for you. Okay, Tail Sweeps. He was the mailman. Okay. Thank you. I definitely would not have known that. Pothos are out in the heat and still okay with once a week. Keep a spray bottle, give them a few spritz every day. I think I should start doing that for just like the 1 or 2 that like humidity. Because I definitely don't have one, but I think it's super cute when I see people in like on like TV. Or specifically, I just watched Good Omens, and there's a scene where the dude has like a bunch of plants, and he's like walking around like spraying them with a water bottle. And, you know, what happens to the rest of the scene notwithstanding. I was like, well, that's cute. I should do that. Il the Wild. Thank you very much for the membership. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy your emotes. Oh, Hog, I get it. I thought you might. Can't live without meat. I went full vegan, lost 70 pounds. Not specifically vegetarian, just never liked red meat. That was, I think, a big part of the reason why I did it when I was a kid, it wasn't really because I had any great ethical aspirations. It was mostly just because I thought meat was gross. I didn't enjoy eating it. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the flavor. I didn't like the things people flavored it with. And also, we had animals. Like, we had not a farm, but we had chickens, and the neighbors had goats and stuff. We lived in pretty rural country. So I was well acquainted with the animals that I was eating. And it made me want to eat them less. What if people work for me? You got some ethical problems over there. Do people really call eggs dairy? Kind of. Like, I understand that they're not a cow product, so they're kind of not dairy. But there isn't really a word that is commonly used that covers the same thing. So people just kind of lump eggs and egg products in with dairy, even though they're not. I totally get what you're saying, though. We can eat theoretical people. You can eat hypothetical people. What am I saying? Don't eat people. I'm saying that as though, like, if I hadn't said that, somebody was gonna go, wow, you know what? You're right. I should be a cannibal. Got back in meat last summer. Mostly ate salads and green smoothies. On Twitch, do I need to be verified before I can use chat? I believe in my stream you do need to be email verified, which I think is pretty easy to do. I don't remember if that's still a thing. Will you look for the letter to fight Malone? Oh, is it not just like a world quest? Do I actually have to find a thing? Okay. Okay. I knew it worked like that for the, hang on. The actual boss in the dungeon. Okay. Interesting. Postmaster Malone. I'm looking it up on Wowhead. That's the wrong one. I need the one in the pet dungeon. He's the criteria of Malone. That's a good sign. Bring the letter that you find on the right at the slaughterhouse or near the ziggurat to the mailbox where Bartholos once stood. He will spawn. You get 3 attempts to beat him. Okay. He can be summoned as a bonus pet battle encounter. Okay. I think we can do this. I probably have the pets for it. It's always up. Okay, I can probably do that. Hazel taught me the error of my ways. No more people eating. Oh, man. You're gonna have so much opportunity to try different things in your diet. Yo, you should try, peas. Like, fresh ones? They're delightful. Dairy refers to all fluid milk products, food made from milk. Eggs are not included. So what would you... Because I know vegans obviously don't eat eggs because they avoid animal products. What's the word for it, then? There's got to be a word. I was kind of struggling to decide whether or not I was going to own or have any leather products. Because I don't eat cows, so I feel like it would be weird for me to have, like, a leather belt or something like that. But I think I just decided that I'm okay with leather products as long as I'm not, like, disposing of them. Because I think my bag is leather, too. Ovo lacto? I suppose so. Are you going to react to Asmongold reacting to your video? Not the raid guides. I don't think so. I don't want to become a reacting to Asmongold channel. I don't think that's the future I want for my life. Get the mail before interacting with the mailbox. Okay. Console the critter encounter with just a Rapana welcome. The only boss I found a better strat for is Nefarious Terry. Argy destroys him with Chew and Stampede. Oh, okay, okay. That's a good tip. Argy, shot pet though, so I definitely would not have put that into a strategy video. Because I don't want to make people feel like they need to get a shot pet. Reacting to Asmon, easy vids. Though it is easy vids. It is easy vids. I'm not saying I'll never ever do it again. I just don't think that doing it for the raid guides is really something I need to do right now. There's also like a bunch of videos I have on my list that I need to actually get to. And also I'm taking a day or two off. I'm taking tomorrow off. Because it's Saturday. So, we're not worried about it. React to Hero, reacting to Asmon, reacting to Hazel guides. Oh, man. Fawn really hates rats. It's going good, isn't it? I like this. You can, it's like nice and sustainable. I do go through a couple of fawns sometimes. I think I may have forgotten to refresh one of my things, but I have 3 fawns, so like it works out. Is that gonna kill it? Probably? Probably? Yes, good stuff. Said it before, but thanks for your raid guides. Our guild almost cleared it thanks to your videos and my notes. I'm glad they worked out for you. Fish isn't considered a meat, it's seafood because it belongs in the ocean, not in your plate. Let's see. Check out Sauce Stash. Happy Friday. Did you run hard mode Mechagon yet? No, we did regular Mechagon. I didn't do any kind of hard modes. I have not heard about any good reason why I would need to yet. I have feathers, but I don't have ball. I still haven't gotten ball. I still have not gotten my ball pet yet. I'm gonna end up doing that in like 2025. It's one of those things I put off for so long that I'm just gonna put it off for like way too long now. This fight in particular, even when it's going fine, it just takes so long. There's probably a team that can do this faster. There's probably a team that can get through this encounter more quickly. This one's just like nice and reliable and doesn't take a whole lot of thought. Thought Mechagon was mythic only. It is for now. It is. I heard that there's like something you can do to make it harder. There's like a thing that you can do. I just don't know why you would do it. I guess you could do the bosses out of order so that you kill the one HK it is patrolling. I don't know why though. I haven't gotten ball yet because I still don't have Drain or Flying. Hello Hazel, what's up Megalodus? How you doing? Yeah, Mech is mythic only. Okay, let's do Risen Guard. Can I do the Malone thing after I clear the dungeon as long as I don't leave? Like I can just go find the, like I can finish, I can kill Blackmane and then go back. Will remain spawned for 20 minutes, okay. You can finish the dungeon, then look for the mail. Okay, I'm gonna do that then. I am going to do that. If I put my salad in a taco shell, it's not a taco. True. A demon hunter decided to AoE all its snail pets. Oh no! You get a mount for hard mode. Which mount? 1 per run. Which mount? Is it the aerial unit? Thank you so much for your strats. Won my first bout against Environir Burt and got Dibbler in my first win. Congratulations. Good. You? I'm good. I'm good. Did you unlock flying? I sure did, and it's delightful. It's so much nicer. Final boss's mount is a drop chance in regular mythic and a guaranteed drop on hard mode. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, if my guild, like, decides to put together runs for it, I still don't know exactly what hard mode entails. Is it just doing the bosses out of order? I feel as though you're the most qualified YouTuber to make add-on tutorials for WoW. I don't know if I'm the most qualified, but I do add-on videos sometimes. Watch your videos in Eternal Palaces for on the Eternal Palace bosses, tanking them for the first time tonight. Good luck. You're gonna have fun. A 430 helm. Okay. Gotcha. I do want one of those mounts, but I'm also not usually too stressed about farming rare drop mounts out of current dungeons. I'm also not really worrying about like the King's Rest or the Freehold or the Underrot mounts, because I feel like give it 2 expansions from now. I'm probably still going to be playing, and I can just get it then. I can just farm it when I can just like solo run it by myself later. That's my plan. No more locks for the win. Pugged the raid last night, went really smoothly up to Ashara, and then I noped out. I'm surprised he made it past, not you specifically, but like a pug past Zakul, because I've heard he's a real pug ender. I've heard he's a toughie. Tough boy. Nefarious Terry. So Frosty Abbey is also up. So I'm going to kill Terry. I'm gonna finish the dungeon, and then I'm gonna come back for Siabi, and then I'm gonna go back for, Terry, and then go back for Siabi, and then go back for Postmaster Balone. We're gonna be here a while. Snorlax got him. Oh, man. First 4 bosses, you leave suppression unit up, kill them last. The dog boss, you throw stuff in the furnace, and the king, I can't remember, but if you do the rest of it, it starts in hard mode. Okay. So, normally you... What do you mean leave suppression unit up? Like, kill him at the very end of the dungeon after Mechagon, or just last of the first 4? Because I feel like that's what you have to do anyways. Unless you just fight the bosses that he's patrolling, specifically. I'm not doing this right now, so it's not too big of a deal. A button you press on king if you did the other 5. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a later in the patch thing for me, probably. We had a hard enough time getting through it on normal mode. So for Terry, I like to throw up darkness and then just do 1 crouch per rat. I use the blind rat and the frost fur rat. And then I just go in with the sneak attacks, which do extra damage in the darkness. And the healing reduction is usually enough. Stannis was saying Argy is really good for this too, so I guess if my strategy doesn't work, I can do that, but I should be okay. Darkness is down, so we're going to reapply that. Throw down 1 crouch, and then get back at it. Scary Terry. Fight the first 3 while the patrols over them. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that would be tough. We did that a bunch by accident when we were PTR testing the dungeon and could not even kind of do it. It was way too much. 2 months away from my super acorn? It's true. It is absolutely true. Are you planning on doing mythic guides? No. I don't mythic raid. I am a heroic raider. I have always been a heroic raider. I've never set foot in a mythic raid. We killed mythic Kargath and warlords, and that was it. Let's see. Am I faster now? I want to put up shell shield because I want to mitigate that necrotic bomb damage if I'm going to actually do this. So now that I'm faster... Oh, the darkness ran out. I probably should have updated it. Oh no, I'm gonna need to try your Argy strat. I must have done this wrong. It's worked every time so far. I must have misdone this. Okay. So you said I need Argy. What else do you use? Argy. Cheese, yeah, so Cheese leveling a pet to 25. Take your level 1 pets. Do BFA pet world quests that offer pet charms because they will scale down to your level 1 pets. Get yourself 60 pet charms. Buy a battlestone and boost a pet that way. Okay. I'm gonna look this up. Wow, pet guide. See what else I can use for Nefarious Terry. Somebody's saying a barrier hermit. Something with Call Darkness. Okay. What is the barrier hermit for? Scratch. And mudslide. And they had an elusive skimmer. Too. I'm kind of combining Argy with this WoW Pet Guides strat, which is Whirlpool, Stampede, and Scratch. Scratch, and then, what did he say? Argy and Icky? Argy, Icky didn't need a third. Okay, but like, how did it work? What do you do? Choose Stampede. I'm just gonna wait until you type the rest of it. They do scale down, yes. Not the new ones. Not Mechagon and Najatar, but the original ones do scale down. You can also get pet medals on missions, yeah. Absolutely. Strat didn't work. Doesn't he know you're Hazel? Chew Stampede, chew again. Okay. Stampede, Scratch. Well, this is Stampede and Scratch. This is Scratch and Mudslide. Stabby Crabs. Icky Black Claw. Black. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna forget the Hermit Crab. Do this. So this still has Stampede and Scratch that we can finish things off with if we need to. We've got Black Claw, we've got Flock. So Chew, Stampede, Chew, Black Claw, Flock, Stampede, Scratch if needed. We'll try that. Chew. Stampede. So that should be some good damage. I never even thought of the Chew Stampede combo. And then Chew. Once Stampede finishes. Sorry if this fails. I'm just hoping I'm not using any pets that I'm going to need for Malone or Siabi. Actually, I know I don't need these for Siabi because I have my strat for him. It's not a guarantee, but I don't think I've found a Siabi strat that is a guarantee, really. So if I Chew again, it's not going to go through because he's going to kill me. So I feel like I want to just do something else. He's going to kill me no matter what he does, so I'm just going to Stampede again. Yeah. We all drink if this doesn't work. Okay, so that's pretty good. We'll do Black Claw Flock. I feel like I could have gone for the Skimmer too. I feel like that would have also worked. Beat him with 3 Alec plushies. Oh, man. Watching your stream before the movie starts. About to see Spider-Man Far From Home. That's exciting. Have fun. Already drinking. I feel like that's later for me. It might be a wine-based Friday night. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good stuff. Problem solved. Crisis averted. No worries. Does work good. This place is long. I haven't even gotten to the bonus stuff yet. At least the last couple of fights are really easy. Where's the Sludge Belcher? This part drives me bonkers. It's not hard, but it's necessary. And that's like the most... Having something be easy and boring with no challenge is like how you make something extra boring. I already said boring. Having something be easy and not challenging but still mandatory and still time consuming is the easiest way to make something boring. You have to either make it challenging or add a failure state or add a way to do it better. I guess I could do it better by doing it faster, but like this is just... I guess I could... Okay, so let's gather up some extra stuff because I know then I'm going to start taking damage and I can like cleave a bunch of stuff, and then I know I heal by using the hook. So we'll use the hook on cooldown. We'll spam that. We'll try to gather up like a good amount of stuff because we want to keep... we want to get good mileage out of our little spray. Am I having fun yet? Yeah. Yeah, it could be worse. I'm not dead. That's something. Although if you die, you can just get another Sludge Belcher, I'm pretty sure. No big deal. I don't have back pedal keybound, so whenever I'm like tanking something and I have to reposition it, I have to do an awkward like turn around and then turn back around. Which I think as a tank is not what you want to do because then you're exposing your back and you're getting crit or something? I don't know. You're getting not dodges. Oh boy. Vodka, blueberry, ginger ale. Ooh. You made me want blueberry pie. Haven't had a good pie in a while. Going to kill this shower with the guild. Nice catching you alive. Have fun. Good luck. Made it to a Hazel stream. The Belcher part is bizarre. They did something similar in they did a similar non-pet battles section in Nomergon, and I feel like they just want to break up the monotony of doing a bunch of pet battles by adding a different kind of monotony, and I don't know if I'm here for it. If you're gonna break out the pet battles with another type of gameplay, you need to make it more fun than that. Okay, let's do Tommy. Belchers larva work very well for this, is what I'm trying to say. 1 hour till guild raid gun. Your guides are gonna save us, no lie. Before we pull every boss for the first time for the last couple of tiers, they've just set a DPM break timer and then linked my guide in Discord and made everybody watch them. And I've kind of gotten used to it now, but it was so uncomfortable the first couple of times just knowing that people are listening to my videos while I'm in Discord with them. Like, oh. But Raid has been going fairly smoothly, and that's about the amount of time that typically our raid leader would spend explaining the bosses anyways. So it does kind of work out. And then because I already know it, because I made the video, I get to like stand up and go take a walk in the stretch and like refill my water 7 times a night on the first couple of raid nights because I don't have to stick around for the video. I thought that was a cat. This is my dog. That's my dog Joker. For this one, I like to start with Blinding Powder. What do you like more, BOD or new raid? Absolutely the new raid. BOD was fine. BOD was cool, but the new raid is one of my favorite raids in recent memory. This expansion for sure. I quite like Eternal Palace. The fights are so fun, and there's not too much trash. There's no like Zul platform, you know what I'm saying? You can get an octopus plushie from Target, but it won't be officially licensed. I need a Blizzard one. It won't be the same. Like, I have a little octopus plushie that my sister crocheted for me, and that's very special. If you're tanky, you can strafe and it counts. Runs as if you've turned. Okay. I thought there was a cat. There is a cat. She's just not on camera right now. You do not get another Belcher if you die? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's a problem. Rhapsody, thanks for the super chat. I have not seen Asmongold's thing. I'm not too worried about it. I crocheted some turtles. Fun. I never learned how to crochet. I heard it's easy, but I still never did it. I learned how to knit. And I can knit very, very basic things. And I haven't done it for a few years, so I might need a refresher if I was going to try and knit something. Okay, I got a minute here, so I'm going to get up and be right back while he's RPing. Okay. Okay. Just got back from a stressful day of work. I'm finally ready to relax with your stream. What's up, Janet? Oh, it's the weekend. Hopefully you have weekends off. You can just kind of decompress and catch back up. All right, Blackmane. Dog's always sleepy when I see him. He's very lively. He would perk up in a nanosecond if he detected that we were about to go for any kind of an outdoor excursion. He just likes to conserve his energy in between those so that he can have maximum outdoor excursion energy whenever the need arises. I want to become a YouTube influencer so I can get free stuff. That's a reason. Would you do a vid on this? This? Like the pet dungeon? I did a vid on the pet dungeon. I do not plan to do a vid about the thing that you guys are talking about in chat. That I'm gonna leave alone. Not that kind of a channel. What do I want to do? Inflation? Make it rain. Weird question. How do you deal with dust around your house, namely your plushies and stuff? So the plushie shelf, I have the Swiffer cloths. I don't actually have a Swiffer broom dust thing, but I do have the cloths, and I will, about once every other week, take all the plushies off the shelf, dust the shelf, kind of like dust off the top of the plushies. If anything was like stained, I could use a wet cloth, but I move them around enough and I clean that shelf enough because they're like my thing. So I definitely maintain that just with a semi-regularly dusting. The rest of my house, though, it's a real problem. There's just a lot of dust. Making sure that if you're wiping something down for dust, using a wet cloth and not a dry one, because if you do a dry one, you're just kind of kicking it back in the air and it'll eventually fall back down. But using like a wet cloth helps a lot. Need your guide on this dungeon? If you search Stratholme Pet Dungeon Guide on YouTube, I bet you'll find it. But yeah, I need to clean my moldings. Like, you know, the bottom part of a wall? They're pretty bad. Also, like, so I vacuum every week, sometimes twice a week because that dog sheds. But I don't, like, the vacuum sort of misses like a half an inch right at the border of the wall. And I couldn't find my crevice tool. I finally found it. So I can do it next time I vacuum tomorrow. But, like, I couldn't find the thing that was supposed to do that. So there's, like, a layer of dog fur just at the very border of the carpet where the vacuum doesn't reach it. Because it just doesn't get quite right. It doesn't get right into the corner. Okay, so that's the typical challenge. So now we need to do Frosty Abbey because he's up, and we need to do Postmaster Malone. So we'll do Siabi first. I'm going to see if my strat works again. I don't know if it will because he's just a tough fight. Use a shark steamer? Definitely don't have a steamer. Kids are good for cleaning floorboards. I remember doing it for my parents when I was a kid. They don't even need to be done that often. I don't think I've ever done them, and I've lived here for like 3 or 4 years, so it's about time to do them. Just tuned in. What have I missed? We're just doing some pet dungeon stuff. It's so dark in here. Did some Mechagon stuff earlier. We're just hanging out. There'll be a VoD though. So I'm just gonna see if there's any better strat for Frosty Abbey that they put up on WoW Pet Guide. I don't have the right breed of Valkyr for their strat, I don't think. So what did I use? I did this last week. And I have a literal file in my video recordings folder that says Frosty Abbey Success OMG. So what did I use? I used hang on, let's go back. Go back. I used Squirky. Squirky was good. I'm just gonna follow my own video that I have not made yet. Squirky and the Macabre Marionette. Macabre. I don't know. And then a Snowshoe Hare because it's an HB breed rabbit for me. Because it needs to have 305 speed. These are the correct moves. Alright, let's see if this works. So what I do, as I follow my own video, I'm going to ignore chat for a few minutes. I'm pretty sure I go Bubble, Stampede, Fish Slap. Bubble. Yep. And then Stampede. And then Fish Slap, I think. How often do you clean your PC? I dust the filters on the outside probably once a month. I haven't done the inside since I built it, but it's about time for me to go blow it out with some compressed air. The more often you do it, the less annoying it is to do. I need to find a way to clean, like, the dust off of the cables behind my PC because I don't vacuum back there because the vacuum doesn't reach. Alright, and then we Fish Slap. And then we Fish Slap one more time. Maybe I should Stampede, actually. Well, let's not mess with it. Let's not mess with it. If it worked this time, then I need it to work again. And then we Stampede, and that is, like, Squirky's gonna die, but we do apply the debuff to Pyro before we die. So far, I'm still on par with the video I have of me doing this last week. And then we bring out the Marionette. And I'm gonna use the Maraca. Okay. think I used the Maraca again. I crit this time, and that's fine. I used the Maraca again. So 2 Maracas kills Pyro. And then what do? I pass because I'm stunned. We just have to kill this last pet. So I threw out a Death and Decay. I don't know if it was necessary, but I did throw out a Death and Decay, and then I Dead Man's Party. And that's going to apply that debuff to him again, as well as putting up a 9-round dot that will be hitting into that Shattered Defense's debuff. So, and now my Marionette is going to come back with his Racial. He's going to continue to Dead Man's Party. Whoop whoop. I just don't, I'm not, chat is not even in my peripheral vision right now, just because I really need to not mess this up. And we're going to Flurry while the debuff is still up. So don't dodge first. It's tempting, but don't dodge first. Flurry first, and then Flurry again. And then dodge. Because he's not going to kill you. It's fine. We have enough health. I think the strategy could probably go wrong if he crit you luckily a few times, but for the most part, this has been working for me. And by the most part, I mean for twice now. Not a very big data set, but what can I say? It works. Okay. We killed him. Woo! Oh, man. Macabre? Is it Macabre? Clean the dust off your cables? I know, I'm really growing up. I want the dust off of everything. I want the entire place to feel functional and like I meant for it to be like the way it is. Okay, so we did Frosty Abbey, so that's dope. Now I need to do the Postmaster Malone thing. So I need to find a letter that can spawn either on your right at the slaughterhouse. Isn't the slaughterhouse like this is Slaughter Square, or near the ziggurat or the mailbox? So I just need to look for the letter. That's a post box. That's where we're going to go to fight him eventually. But we need to find the letter first. Good name ideas for a new bunny plush. Macabre? I thought it was something like that, but I usually like split the difference between macabre and macabre, and I go macabre. But it's okay, I don't talk to people. I'm not real clear on the spawn locations. Is this the slaughterhouse? Somebody said on the right at the slaughterhouse is one of the potential spawn locations. Like inside, look at the found in the entrance. Look carefully, it's easy to miss. It's so gosh darn dark in here. Like I can't even find my way around this corner. It's so dark. Easy to miss. I'm assuming it's not going to glow. Does anybody have a screenshot of the letter? The letter can be seen at a lamppost. Oh, I see. There is a screenshot of the letter. Okay. That is tiny. Haven't cleaned the dust off my PC. It's going to explode any minute now. It's just a good thing to do every once in a while to stop it from overheating. It makes everything move a little more smoothly. Welcome to me squinting like a very old lady trying to find a letter. Behind and between crates. Ew. Transmog a lantern onto your tune. I can't mount up in here. Otherwise I would. I wonder if I have any toys that provide light. Because I actually can't see anything. I wonder if there's glare. There's kind of glare from my lens. Look at the shadow I can cast in my own face just with my hand. Behind and between crates. Okay. Advice for when you really want to play some WoW, but you log in and you lose all motivation? Find something that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be WoW. You go find you a hobby that sparks some joy. That makes you feel good about who you are and what you're doing. If you're not having fun, then don't play. Of course, you could just need like a goal. Or maybe you've got too many goals and you can just pick one. I always find I'm more motivated to play WoW when there's like one thing I'm working on and then I kind of like don't worry about the rest of it. So right now I'm working on gold and I'm not stressed about pet collecting or mount collecting. So that's what works for me. The glowfish, I don't have the glowfish toy. Oh, summon Rag. Okay. Let's see. Rag. He's really annoying about not following fast enough. Also, he does not appear to cast light, so I'm gonna desummon him because I need something that's gonna cast light. Oh, let's maybe maybe my slimy octopode. He's got like a little effect. I don't know if that'll work, but it might. Okay. Crates from the left of the entrance of the dungeon. Okay, I'll head back to the entrance and see. I'm also just gonna kind of check around any crates that I see like on the way, because people are saying that it's around, that crates are a good thing. Is there any fire elemental pets? There are. Not all pets, or a lot of, surprisingly few things actually cast light though. Some things are bright themselves, but they do not cast light to their surrounding areas. It looks like the octopode's actually kind of doing it. It's not a very big letter, and apparently it does not glow. Who on earth thought this was a good idea? Oh, it's so dark. I feel old. I want to cover my eyes with both hands, but I need one to steer my character. Can you slash? No, I don't think it's targetable. It's not an NPC. Followed your mount guide and ended up getting 2 mounts in a single tour now. Congratulations. Darker computer shades. These are just my regular glasses. I don't wear computer glasses anymore since I got actual glasses. I'm gonna turn off my stream lighting for just a second. Be a little darker in here, but that does help. I can see a little better. I have some amount of glare in my eyes when I'm streaming, and usually it's fine, but when it's so dark in the game, it does help. Okay. So this is looking better. At least I can see. Gamer shades. Can't wait to play WoW. I'm spending a little too much time playing WoW lately, to tell you the truth. Okay, so the entrance over here. Somebody was saying to the right on the end of the entrance. So that would be like a right over here. Potential spawn point. Which I am not seeing anything. I'm also going to check the left just in case we're facing different ways. Let's go poke around. I'm just gonna poke around this entire place. I will find you. I will find this letter. For anybody that is really confused about what we're doing here, there is a letter that spawns that you can use to spawn a pet tamer to fight, and if you beat him, you get an achievement and you get a pet. And I'm trying to do it. And the first thing I need to do is find the letter. I guess I need to get a strategy ready. Let's get a Postmaster Malone strategy pulled up and ready. Here's a strategy that I can import just to have one ready to go. Oh no, my Icky. I used my Icky for Nefarious Harry. I only have one Icky. Oh, I could also use a Foul Feather, thank God. Okay. Foul Feather with Black Claw and Flock. Okay. Yeah, fun fact, if you can't afford an Icky, Foul Feather is probably way cheaper and has the same moves. Oh, I thought that was it, but that was not it. Left? I tried both directions. It won't spawn unless both hands are on the keyboard. Do you have Way Z? Do I have Way Z? No. I do not have Way Z. I thought you were misspelling Wavy. And I don't have them either. Grab a hummingbird from the feeder. Dude, I just made some fresh hummingbird nectar today. They're so cute. Sometimes I just hang out in my living room, and I'm usually doing something else. I'll like play a game on the Switch, but then I'll watch my hummingbirds. Somebody said buy the Ziggurat. Ziggurat would be over here, right? Oh, it helps you track locations. I have coordinates, so like 68.954. 68.954 would be like there. So I'll check that. By the infected pest gauntlet, maybe. Somebody was saying it spawns in here under a box. Good grief. What if it's in this? What if it's in here? Oh no, the door's not open. Okay. I already looked over here. Oh boy. Okay. 68.950. All right. So I'll just start from the top of your list. I'm gonna find this. I don't care if it's after 5. I don't care if I should probably be thinking about starting dinner. I'm going to find this. All right, 68.954. 68.54. Right over here. So I think we checked, but I'm checking anyways. I'm going to zoom all the way in. I'm going to turn off my shadow form. And we're looking for a letter. It's going to be a white letter. It's going to have a red seal on it. And it's going to be like between crates, under crates. But I should be able to see it when I'm looking this close up. Alright, looks like as close as I can get to there. Alright, crossing that one off the list. Next, 5940. 5940. Can you open the boxes? No. They're not interactable, I don't think. I'll check. I'm keeping my mouse here. Okay. 5940 is like over here. There it is. Found it. All right, so this is what it looks like. If anybody is somehow found this and somehow found the right part of this stream to figure out what you're looking for, this is what it looks like. White letter, red seal. I found mine right here in the dungeon. One of many spawn points, but right there. And all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the letter, bring it to the mailbox where Bartholos once stood. Where is that? Where did Bartholos stand? Magistrate Bartholos. You also, once you've spawned the tamer, you only have 20 minutes to beat him. So you wanna be quick about it. 20 minutes, okay, that's where I thought it was. All right, so I'm grabbing the letter. I have it. And we're going up. I think it's like up here. Behind Terry? Okay. Turn off shadow form just got real. Yeah, I can turn my stream light on, at least this one. Now that we're back here. Okay, so we grab the letter. And that's interesting. I got 75 7th Legion rep. So there's a mailbox. I got the 7th Legion rep for doing the Frosty Abbey thing. So I clicked on the mailbox. Postmaster Malone yelled. Here he is. And there's my team. I'm going to switch in a Foul Feather. It has Black Claw, it has Flock. So according to this strategy that I looked up, where did it go? You only have 20 minutes, so don't dawdle. Pet Guide, Dungeons, Stratholme, Postmaster Malone. It looks like I want to engage him. Go ahead with the Swarm of Flies on turn 1. I'm going to, again, ignore chat and focus on this. Tongue Lash for turns 2, 3, and 4. Turn 2. Turn 3. I don't know if I'm supposed to be faster or not. And then turn 4. I've never fought this tamer before. I'm just following a strategy. And then we bubble. And then Tongue Lash another 3 times. So I'm going to bubble, which I am assuming is so that it absorbs the Curse of Doom, which makes sense. Tongue Lash. 3 more times. I have a lot of pets, so hopefully as long as I can, even if this doesn't work, I might be able to find something that works. I just need to get through it. That was an unlucky Tongue Lash. Twice. and then a third time kills him, and then on his undead round, I hit him with a swarm of flies. So far, we're on track. So his name is Blor, but he's actually a Benax frog, is what this pet is. So, Benax dies, swap to Icky. I still have my Benax up, so I guess I'm gonna tongue lash him, because Swarm Fly's already up. I think he's gonna kill it. There we go. Swap to Icky or Foul Feather, because that's what I have, because my Icky has taken damage already. And we're going to Black Claw Flock, and that's all we need to do. Black Claw, so the Swarm of Flies is gonna hit into that. He's charging, that's no good. He has a Plagued Male Elemental. So, Flock, this should be good damage. Oh, almost killed me, but we're good. And then the dot ticks and Male Elemental is down. And then Croaker, oh, that's actually really good because I got the debuff up on him. I wasn't even supposed to do that in the strat. Foul Feather was nice. Okay, so with Croaker, we're going to Tongue Lash, or we're going to keep Swarm of Flies up, bubble when you can. I'm just going to bubble really, well, no, I'm going to Tongue Lash because I got the debuff up, so I want to take full advantage of that Shattered Defenses debuff, because I'm not going to die right away, so I'm going to Tongue Lash twice, and just win. Alright, that works. Down. Okay, and then we bubble just because, you know, safety first. Katie Stamp Whistle would be so proud. Okay, we beat Malone. We got the achievement. We got the Burnout pet. Burnout. And I'm going to actually leave this dungeon because I'm done. I've beat everything there is to do in here. And I can turn to my quest to get the extra Charmed Remains, or Cleansed Remains, or whatever. And take a look at Burnout. In a place where it's light out. I never thought I would say Eastern Plaguelands is light, but compared to that place. So this is our new dude. He's seen better days, but like, he's neat. If you're like really into burning zombies, then this is going to be right up your alley. Congrats. Why, thank you. Glad that we got that done and that I never have to do that again. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Watching Hazel use someone else's pet strat is like watching Picasso do paint by numbers. I was never an incredibly talented strategy maker. Like, I did fine. I made usable strategies, but I don't think my strategies were ever like the best or most efficient ones. I'm happy with my ability to make videos that explain them correctly. But the real perfect collaboration would be me making videos in collaboration with somebody else's better strategies, like the pet guide strategies. I don't know if that would be good manners. Maybe I could ask them if they'd be cool with it, but that would probably be the best thing. Because their strats are often better than mine. I'm not a super theory crafter. I just make videos. Anyways, that's me done for the week. Thanks for watching. I'm going to put up a vlog later today. It's all edited. I just need to finish rendering it and upload it, and then that will be ready to go. I'll be back next week with more live streams. I'll miss you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.